Hey guys, it's Nicholas here from upgradeToLife.com and welcome to this quote of the week video, which will touch base on the topic of why sometimes we seemingly can't trust, have faith, develop knowingness, develop the certainty that we have what we want to have, that we are who we want to be. Like, why is there sometimes a lack of faith? I want to explain this to you. This is straight to the point. This is a short reminder for you on how to develop faith again. And with that, let's just dive right in. This is the quote from Neville Goddard. I want to read it and explain it to you. So Neville Goddard said, "Man and woman cannot see how it would be possible to express that which he desires to be by so simple a law as acquiring the consciousness of the thing desired. The reason for this lack of faith on the part of man or woman is that he looks at the desired state through the consciousness of his present limitations. Therefore, he naturally sees it as impossible of accomplishment." Right, and this was also very true for me, especially when I started also my journey of, like having my own business and being self-employed and doing my own thing, having my own like money resource basically, and not having a job. In the beginning when I was jobless and I had no business and I had no clue what exactly to do, I felt like how can this be possible? How can I be the man that travels, that does life experiences, create life experiences, that has a lot of money coming in, that lives, in a freedom way of life in a sense. Although right now I feel like I have no money, no idea, no impulse on what I should do. Right? So through the limitations of this previous state, it was unbelievable for me that I can now manifest other things. Right? Through the limitations of someone that is right now so focused on ill health, it's unbelievable that they can, be in perfect health again. Through the lens of you now being not in your desired relationship, being lonely, having spent months or weeks or even longer to try and manifest it, it seems unbelievable that you can have it, right? So that's normal, right? If you look through it, if you look at it through the lenses of your current state, but we don't want to look onto our desire through the lenses of who we are right now, because then it will always seem like on a pedestal, will always seem like separate, far away, not being able to be achieved. So what can we do? How can we do this the right way so that you have faith in your desire? Okay. So first of all, most people don't believe and don't see and don't trust and have never experienced that they can express what they desire, that they can manifest what they desire, right? By the law of assumption, which is acquiring the consciousness of the thing desired, which means to acquire the feeling of naturalness, the feeling of certainty, the feeling of knowingness, right? You know it is done. You walk as though you are and you shall be. You believe you have received and you will. Many people don't believe this. They think they need to watch 10 more videos. They need to do this more and that more, but they can't sit down for 5 minutes and imagine a scene that implies the wish fulfilled. They don't utilize any other technique. I remember when, thank you, eavesdropping, isn't it wonderful? Even if it's scripting and affirming, although it's not what Neville specifically taught, but even that, I know also can get some people also in this feeling of the wish fulfilled and getting the awareness of, oh yeah, I have it. This is me. This is who I am. This is what I have. This is what is normal for me, right? So, but what you do with any technique, you do exactly that. You do exactly this line. With any technique you apply, you acquire the consciousness of the thing desired. You become aware of it. You become conscious that it is already yours, that it does already exist, that you are already it, that you already have it. Right? You develop the feeling of naturalness, of certainty, of knowing, of conviction that it is yours, because you dwell so often in that feeling that it is yours, that this will be habitual for you. Right? And that's the law. That's the law which we utilize to express our desires. We become aware of the existence of it, we imagine it, we tune into it, we identify with that end state, we start to dwell in that end state, be in that end state, be in the wish fulfilled state, and when that is natural for us within, when that is certain for us within, our world will in harmony mold to that new internal alignment. But the reason for this lack of faith, right, the reason why people don't believe it, one reason is that they don't test it and they don't prove it to themselves, but also is that they look at the desired state. So they are here right now in the state where they have some struggles, some undesirable circumstances, and they look to that state, the state that they want to express through that state. And of course, therefore, this seems really high, this seems really big. You know, if you right now want to double your income, of course, if you look through it through the state of, but I never made more than 2K a month. 2K a month was normal for me. Of course, that will seem out of reach, impossible. But if you zoom out again and you see that these are just states, equally valid states existing, you see that one is not harder than the other. It's just our mind that perceives things as, you know, more difficult. But from a deeper perspective, everything is equally validly existing. So, again, if you look at your desired state towards your manifestations through who you are right now, through your present limitations, you will feel like it is not possible. You will maybe even give up. You won't reach them, right? Because again, from your current state, you can't reach your desires. Please remember that. Your current state on who you are right now, that's not the same you, that's not the same identifications, assumptions, and inner world of the version of you that has the desires. So as long as you remain who you are right now and you don't make an inner shift, you can't encounter your desires. That's exactly, straight to the point, what I'm teaching in the free masterclass. If you haven't seen that yet, it's the first link in the video description where I tell this, how to bridge this gap from who you are right now with the circumstances that come out of that state and then what you want to manifest. But you see, that what you want to manifest requires you to be someone else within, to be in a new identity, in a new state. But if you look from who you are right now towards those desires, they will always seem impossible and big. Only when you start to upgrade your inner world, but only when you start to align your inner world to that desired outcome, to those desired manifestations, you will see that it actually works really, really well. But if you look to your desired state from who you are right now, it will seem impossible, right? Only when I started to view myself as a business owner in that example from the beginning, and I made it natural, and I didn't look at, oh, I don't have a business, I don't have an idea, but I want to have it. I don't have money, I want to have money. If I look towards that state, yes, it seemed impossible for me. I felt very stuck, very lost, very overwhelmed. I discovered Neville, applied it, and I saw, oh, interesting. When I align myself to being that right now, no longer look through my current limitations, but to internally align myself to already being that, to already having that money, then my world perfectly confirmed that to me. And the same was true for all other desires that I had, and also continue to have. So that's what this quote means, right? And therefore, people then see the accomplishment of that desire being impossible. Right, but the more you align yourself with having it, with being it, with the wish fulfilled state, the more you will see it's there, it's available, and it is possible. But as long as there is no inner movement happening, and you stay where you are internally, and you look at the desire, you will see it as impossible. Right, and if you want to learn how to align yourself with that desired state, check out the free masterclass, like I said. Check out the other videos on my channel. And if you want to work with me to implement those teachings and apply them, and you need some guidance, some help, some accountability along your manifesting journey, then you can also apply for a free 45-minute call with me so that we can find out if we are a good fit, right? That's it. Speak to you in the next one. Bye, guys.